What it do, YouTube? You already know the vibes. Got another reaction. Scarlet Witch versus Zatanna Death Battle. Not wasting no time. Let's get to it. Hit that sub button if you want to support, and let's go.
By the Northmen and BetterHelp.
I don't know who won in this.
The Scarlet Witch, Marvel's Crimson Queen of Chaos.
Zatanna, DC's magnificent mistress of magic.
There are those who wield the mystic arts like gods to reshape creation to their whims.
And there are those who just like to put on a hell of a show. Either way, don't mess with them if you know what's good for you. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Though we may drift day by day in a world seemingly concrete and eternal, the fabric of reality is in fact more delicate than we might dare to wonder. Imagine every single iota of it, every star, galaxy, universe, all within the grasp of a single mortal woman, to control at her whim. Imagine the danger we're all in if you piss her off.
We don't have to, because her name is Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch. As a kid, she and her brother Pietro were poor Romani, who were lucky enough to be turned into super-powered freaks by the High Evolutionary.
Unable to control her apparently new magical abilities, it wasn't long before Wanda lost control and was branded a witch.
Until who would show up but the mutant master of magnetism himself, Magneto? Definitely giving off some big dad energy there.
So, to return Magneto's kindness, she and Pietro joined his Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. Great.
Of evil mutants.
Solid branding.
And it wasn't long before she
Evil.
traded her supervillain creds for a membership with the Avengers, which might have been a bit too much for poor Wanda because she definitely drew the superpower short stick.
By waving her hands, Wanda could create small random events known as hexes, subtly altering the probability of any event happening.
That's a cool way of saying she could do like one magic-y thing per fight and then be totally useless. An energy blast here, some telekinesis there, a force field if she's feeling frisky. Not exactly the same oomph as, say, the God of Thunder or the Jolly Green Worldbreaker.
But something strange was happening. Over time, her hexes increased in breadth and power, as if there was more to Wanda's powers than met the eye.
What's that
She learned
from?
to slow and stop time, drain and absorb energy, duplicate herself and others, teleport to different dimensions, and even strip others of their powers entirely.
It was almost as if there was more to Wanda than just being some random science experiment. Let's ask our resident expert on the deepest trenches of character history. Jocelyn, if you will.
In reality, Wanda's powers weren't entirely the result of the High Evolutionary, nor was she the mutant daughter of Magneto, as he's claimed. Her powers weren't just some simple hexes. She might as well have been a god. Until now, she had merely been dipping her toes into the vast ocean.
Man, the comic book writing is shit. I'm not gonna hold you.
Seemed to be the byproduct of science.
Like, how the fuck do you just have powers? Like, it's like every character's damn near that has any sort of powers. This shit always happens. All of a sudden, they just become some sort of god that can one-shot planets or alter reality. Like, every single one. This is a joke, bro. I'm not gonna hold you.
Who attempted to turn Wanda into his future vessel.
Reminds me of my summers by the sea with old Uncle Yogg-Sothoth.
In time, Wanda discovered she could alter the probability of anything she could think of, turning a mathematical impossibility into an absolute certainty, and vice versa. Wanda's powers kept growing and growing, turning her into a being strong enough to rival even the mightiest of gods. Like, literally, Wanda's chaos magic is counterpart to the Phoenix Force, the embodiment of cosmic order.
Like, what the hell?
Fiery space chicken that can destroy the universe? Wanda fought it, and even briefly erased it from existence.
Like, literally, come on. It's a fucking cheesy ass. That's shit, bro. With someone like that existing, bro, all of their problems should be solved. Nobody, there should be no threat to any one of these Marvel characters, bro.
Wipe you from existence with a thought and rend the very fabric of the universe as though it were tissue paper.
She isn't even limited to chaos magic either. They might not have been what made her a god, but the High Evolutionary's experiments did make her more receptive to channeling magical energy. Oh, maybe that's why Mama Boomstick always warned me about redheads.
That's from Ultimate Alliance 3, which I probably will never play because Switch is trash.
Of the 616 reality, a focal point for the universe's magical energies, and one that belongs equally to all other timelines.
It's no wonder she was considered a candidate for Sorcerer Supreme. I mean, shit, why wasn't she? She might as well be a walking, talking Infinity Gauntlet.
Well, she may have the power of a god, but she's still stuck with a human's body that can be overpowered by physically stronger foes. Though, she also survived being shot with a black matter bullet capable of, and I quote, world-shattering energy. So there's that.
She does technically need to be able to think of a spell in order to get it to happen, so she could theoretically be blitzed. But she's also blocked Thor's galaxy-crossing hammer, kept up with dudes like X-Man who can
Blocking that hammer doesn't mean shit.
and even amp her own speed beyond the concept of speed herself.
Despite being
Oh, wow.
fired away the mightiest among Earth's mightiest heroes, Wanda resented the pressure of her incredible power. She actually wanted a quiet life as a wife and a mother.
But because no one in comics is allowed to have a happily ever after, that life was taken from her by literal Satan. Not the first time he'd do this, too. Wanda snapped, and she took the multiverse with her.
Did to my boy Spider-Man?
To
Damn.
an inconceivable and unknowable pool of energy known as the Life Force, Wanda rewrote all of reality, creating a new universe where life was just how she wanted it.
No matter whose lives she had to change, in this House of M, she had her family back, but at the cost of her sanity.
And it wasn't long before it all came crashing down around her. Once her family and friends discovered the lie of their new lives and turned against her, she uttered 3 fateful words and erased nearly all of mutant kind.
No more mutants.
No more mutants.
Wanda weaved her magic throughout all of existence, created cracks across reality which spread throughout the Omniverse, and threatened to annihilate all of creation, the entirety of Marvel's infinite cosmology, everything that ever was.
Shit got dark, and while Wanda has worked to keep her powers in check since then, that threat is always there. But honestly, that sounds more like a problem for anyone who's stupid enough to get in her way.
Both a blessing and a curse, a help and a hex. Such is the true power of the Scarlet Witch.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by the Northmen.
Remind me why you need to be holding a god-slaying axe to watch a movie trailer.
Weapons of cosmic destruction center me, whiz. And this movie's gonna be so friggin' awesome, I needed something to match the occasion.
From visionary director Robert Eggers comes The Northman, an action-packed epic with a legendary cast of stars at the peak of their craft, including Alexander Skarsgård, Nicole Kidman, Anya Taylor-Joy, Willem Dafoe, Ethan Hawke, and Bjork.
Willem Dafoe and Bjork speaking threatening prophecies in my dreams happens like every Tuesday night for me, so this is definitely my kind of flick.
It's an action-packed epic that follows a young Viking prince on a quest to avenge his father.
Like a Viking version
Nigga.
of Camp.
Did y'all? This is literally. This is what's the fuck is that shit called? Fuck. What is the? I know the character's name. I just forgot the name of the anime, and I don't know why. Whatever the case is, that's basically Thorfinn and Thor's, pretty much. Like this looks just like that. Like so far, maybe that was based off of some shit. I don't know. I just can't remember the name of it. I don't know why. I love that anime.
But this prince is very much in the not-to-be camp when it comes to the poor souls that decide to...
It's on Amazon Prime. I don't know why I can't remember the name. I fucking love that shit.
Man, that was so cool.
You can see the care and research in every frame. It might be the most authentic Viking film of all time.
Nigga, okay, who cares? Fuck Vikings. They smelled like shit, and all they did was fuck shit up, bro. Come on, fuck them.
Adventure. That slick
I don't give 2 flying fucks about that movie.
on the big screen right now. Go see The Northman exclusively in theaters.
I mean, not that I don't care about the movie, but I don't care about the detail, the attention to detail. Like honestly.
Come one, come all, to see the magnificent Zatanna Zatara. For never was there a greater professor of prestidigital performance.
AKA magic! Except Zatanna's spells aren't just smoke and mirrors, they're the real deal, so you're really getting your money's worth.
She learned everything she knew from her father, Giovanni Zatara, who put his powers to good use as one of DC's very first superheroes.
No joke, he's the guy who taught Batman everything he knows about escape artistry.
Oh wow, that's
Used
fire.
the same issue as Superman, and the young Zatanna was more than happy to serve as his assistant, learning everything he knew about the cutthroat world of entertainment. Oh, and cape shit too, but the former is way worse.
She inherited her father's incredible mystical abilities as well, Essentially, anything Zatanna thinks of, she can make real. And she focuses this absurdly powerful ability by speaking her desire.
What show is that? Oh, I know what that is. Justice League. Actually, I forgot what it was called, but I know what that is.
Who some theorize wrote backwards in order to hide his ideas from the repressive medieval Catholic Church.
Or because he was left-handed.
Yeah, that's another theory, if you hate fun.
And Zatanna's apparently big-brained enough that she has no problem speaking backwards at the drop of a hat. Like when this one dude kept reversing time in the middle of her sentences, she started speaking in palindromes so that she'd still be speaking backwards no matter what. I mean,
That's crazy.
all they say was, go hang a salami, I'm a lasagna hug.
With her magic, Zatanna has bent the laws of reality to her whims. She's transmuted matter on an atomic level, teleported across dimensions, commanded the elements, turned invisible, removed powers, cast illusions, read and controlled minds, traveled through and stopped time,
Read and controlled minds? Minds?
with a single word.
It might not seem obvious from that hokey magic castle getup, but Zatanna is one of the most powerful sorcerers in DC. Like the time she battled the Time Tailor Zor, an old enemy of the Spectre. You know, the angel
The
of
Spectre?
God's divine wrath.
Do you know how fucking OP that nigga is? Do you know how OP the fucking Spectre is? And you tell me wait, what did they say she did with this guy? She fought him or beat him?
Like the time she battled the Time Tailor Zor, an old enemy of the Spectre. You know, the angel of God's divine wrath.
In order to defeat an opponent of such unimaginable power, Zatanna focused her magical might into shattering the boundaries of reality. She reached out beyond the very comic panels themselves and pulled Zor's entire magical universe down around him. She literally handled all of reality like it was a sheet of paper
That is
and crumpled it in her hands.
That's not good writing.
Seem completely incomprehensibly impossible to us, but it's all a matter of belief. Literally, as long as Zatanna believes she can do something with her magic, she'll do it.
As she puts it, her
Some
magic
bullshit.
is essentially asserting one reality, then replacing it with another. This is similar to other magical characters like Dr. Fate and Green Lantern, whose powers have been stated to work the exact same way.
But it's not like any rando can do magic by wishing on a star. Zatanna is genetically predisposed to this kind of magical reality warping. Her mom was in actuality a Homo Magi, a subrace of humans that are now
I never knew that.
magic.
So it's no wonder that Zatanna became an invaluable member of both the Justice League of America and Justice League Dark. The Shadow the Hedgehog version, basically.
But that's OP, bro. Like, what the fuck?
Worth of sunlight into a single energy blast, created ruptures across all of space and time throughout the DC multiverse, and has even claimed she's as powerful as Superman himself. Pre-Crisis Superman, in case you were wondering. Her only limit is her imagination and will. In fact, her backward speaking is mostly a stagecraft tradition meant to boost her concentration.
In a pinch, she can cast a spell with a single thud, and I doubt anyone's winning a quick draw with her. She's matched superheroes like Martian Manhunter, who's scanned every mind on Earth in a blank instant. Or how about Dr. Fate, whose magic traveled across the universe? She's matched superheroes like Martian.
Oh, I thought she.
Velocity
Okay.
of magic traveled across the universe at the completely immeasurable velocity of God.
What?
Traveled across mind on Earth in a
What am I
blank
missing?
instant. Or how about Dr. Fate, whose magic traveled across the universe at the completely immeasurable velocity of God?
What does that even mean?
Of countless reality-shattering threats like the Eldritch Upside Down Man, Primordial
That looks disgusting.
Evil Incarnate, and the Void Beyond Creation, Valaya.
This shadow goop lady ate all of DC Comics, all of creation, everything. Gods, demons, rabbits, and spandex, everything. And Zatanna's magic was strong enough to hold her back.
And then, after secretly implanting Swamp Thing inside Valaya, she weaved a spell within him to literally regrow all of reality back in seconds.
Nigga.
Zatanna tricked a being older than God and then blew her ass up from the inside with a whole new omniverse. Abraca goddamn Dabra.
Such is the almighty power of Zatanna's will.
Zatanna's winning this shit. Get the fuck out of here.
Be disrupted, it could also
Yo, how that throw work? Nah, let me stop. I ain't got that much PP anyways. It don't matter.
Belief is a fragile thing, after all, and her powers were weakened for a time after she lost belief in herself.
And she's definitely got one big weak point. She's a huge daddy's girl.
Despite her
She looks so pretty there.
Got one big weak point. She's a huge daddy's girl.
Despite her amazing career, she has struggled within herself to live up to her father's legacy, especially after his heroic death.
And this MFer has died a lot of times. So Z's therapy can't be cheap.
Oh my God.
Especially after dating John Constantine. Oh, I can just smell the lager and self-loathing from here. No, oh wait, that's me.
That's one of the worst people she could have dated, to be
Zatanna
honest.
is a consummate professional.
That nigga just nothing but trauma.
Principle. The show must go on, and she'll always finish strong with a standing ovation. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy.
Relationships are
Man, get this shit out my face.
Hit.
You got me fucked up. Oh, they made Zatanna thick as shit.
And for my first trick,
What the hell?
ta-da!
You, what sort of two-bit sorceress do you think you are?
2-bit?
Perhaps I was being generous.
All part of the show, folks.
Huh?
Oh my what?
I'd say this calls for...
She should be dead after that punch. Okay, Hulk's still getting fucked up. What is this? This is so lit! Yo, this should look gorgeous! Hulk should be getting his ass beat. Thor is a much better match, in my opinion. The shit he does in the comics is all same shit Superman be doing. For the most part, Superman still be on some bullshit.
Well, I think the difference is presentation.
This looks so good.
And I know a trick when I see one.
Bro, she's OP. There's nothing you can do, Scarlet. There's nothing you can do.
Universes.
You can't run forever. Now make like a magician and disappear!
Why would you do that? You just killed a lot of people. Oh, she's rocking her shit. She held back somebody who absorbed their entire universe. Like I just don't see how Scarlet's winning this, bro.
A disappearing act was the first thing Dad ever taught me. And for my final trick, no more witches.
The best way to beat people like those two, you gotta fuck them up before they could use their attacks. Like they're not invincible. I'm sure, like especially with Zatanna, like you could literally see, you can this nigga Slade in one comic fucked up like a bunch of Justice League members, and she was there too. All he did was stop her from talking.
And that's our show, ladies and germs.
Okay, that was graphic. Yeah, like I thought, there was no way she was gonna lose that. But yeah, I don't need I don't need all of that. But yo, if you made it this far, actually, hold on, let's talk about it for a bit. And I don't know. I mean, shit, what's there to talk about? We already knew Zatanna was gonna win that. Like, once you seen all the shit that she did, like the bitch literally reached through the fucking comic. Come on. At that point, it's like, you reaching through the pages? Like, who wants to fight someone that could do that shit? No matter what you do, they're gonna have a spell for it. I'm good. You got it. You got it. The fuck? You got it. But yo, with that with that being said though, yo, if you like the video, hit that like button, sub if you want to see more. I appreciate you for watching, and as always, have a nice day.